In the shadow of Rome's marble palaces and grand triumphs, there existed a hidden world of suffering and exploitation. For male concubines, life was far from the glory of the empire. It was a life of servitude, humiliation, and powerlessness. Today, we uncover the tragic and often overlooked story of male concubines in the Roman Empire. The Roman Empire was a society of stark contrasts: wealth and poverty, power and submission. While emperors and senators reveled in luxury, others lived lives of subjugation. Among them were male concubines, often young boys or men of lower status, who served the desires of Rome's elite. Unlike female concubines, who sometimes gained social recognition, male concubines were shrouded in secrecy and stigma. Their existence reveals a darker side of Roman culture, where power dynamics and social hierarchies defined every aspect of life. Male concubines were typically slaves, freedmen, or youths from conquered territories. Chosen for their beauty or compliance, they were often thrust into roles of servitude from a young age. Take Antinous, the most famous male concubine, who became the companion of Emperor Hadrian. While some sources romanticize their relationship, the reality was far grimmer. Antinous, like many others, had little choice in his role. These young men were seen as property, their lives dictated by the whims of their masters. In Roman society, masculinity was tied to dominance, and being a concubine, often in a passive role, was a source of shame and dishonor. Life as a male concubine was marked by humiliation and abuse. Unlike legal wives or even female concubines, who might gain some protections, male concubines had no rights. They were subject to the desires of their patrons, who wielded absolute power. Physical and emotional mistreatment was common, and many faced violence or coercion. The Roman legal system offered no recourse. Slaves could be executed for defying their masters, and even freedmen lived under constant threat. Behind the empire's opulence, these men endured a silent torment, their suffering normalized as part of Roman life. The story of Antinous highlights the paradox of power and vulnerability. As Hadrian's concubine, Antinous lived in luxury, yet his position was precarious. His mysterious death in 130 CE, possibly by drowning in the Nile, led to his deification by Hadrian, a rare honor. But this act wasn't just devotion, it was a way to cement Hadrian's legacy. Antinous' story shows how even those closest to power were vulnerable to its whims. His deification, while unique, underscores how concubines were often pawns in larger political games. The lives of male concubines were rarely recorded, their voices lost to history. Yet their stories remind us of the human cost of Rome's grandeur. Today, as we uncover their stories through archaeology and texts, we're forced to confront the brutal realities of an empire built on exploitation. The next time you marvel at Rome's ruins, remember the silent figures who lived in their shadows. Thanks for joining us on this journey into Rome's dark history. If you found this video compelling, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the bell for more untold stories. Share your thoughts in the comments. What other hidden histories should we explore? Until next time, stay curious.